What's happening, you guys? It's your boy rottenroseQ back with another reaction video. And this time, I don't know if y'all remember, there was a woman by the name of Fawn Weaver who months ago humiliated a man for asking her if she remembered him. And I think she lost a lot since then. So let's watch the video. Let's watch the video that's breaking it down.
Hello, how are you?
We're just in the same class in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Washington.
So I'm supposed to remember you because
you Naeem?
Okay, can I tell y'all that this man just said, "Do you remember me?" I said, make it make sense to me. He said we were in the same class in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
I no longer own Uncle Nearest, that I'm not running it. What we're witnessing is literally an attempted robbery in broad daylight. I am coming off of social media.
River TV.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and I'm back again with another video. Fawn Weaver has been fired as CEO nearly a year after humiliating her, childhood friend at a bottle signing. So we're going to go ahead and just dive into all of the information. And of course, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, and my opinion on this entire situation. Now, if you are...
Before we even continue, what was crazy about it is, as you saw the people reacting, she pretty much was kind of praised in the moment of humiliating that man like that. And it's kind of crazy to see how it took some time, but it finally gave its response. It's kind of wild.
Are unaware of who Fawn Weaver is. So her father actually was a man by the name of Frank Wilson, who was a songwriter, singer, and record producer for Motown Records. In her Instagram bio, she also has hashtag the people's CEO, which is a tagline that people actually called her. Owner CEO of Uncle Nearest, as well as a 2 times New York Times best-selling author. Uncle Nearest, okay, is a premium whiskey. It has won world's most awarded bourbon from the years 2019 all the way to the years of 2024.
Man,
now,
that is insane.
The whiskey
and 2025. That's insane. That's a serious business. That is a lot to lose. That is a lot to lose.
Off of a man by the name of Nearest Green, okay? Now, Nearest Green was the first known African-American master distiller in the United States. He was actually a former enslaved man who helped Jack Daniels actually cultivate Jack Daniels whiskey. So what she ended up doing was she basically uncovered the history, found out that this, former enslaved man, black man, his history was there from him cultivating the whiskey, basically created foundations in this name, and basically reclaimed the legacy. Now, for me, as I said before, I was unaware completely of who she is, although she has such rich history, right, and so much depth behind her. I had no idea who she was, right? I found out who she was when she went viral on social media for humiliating her classmate.
Hello. There's bottles. What's happening?
I'm the owner of Blunt Wine.
Nice to meet you.
You've communicated with me, and thank you so much for being personable. Yes,
it's
ma'am.
Peaches.
Every question is
Okay,
Thank
come on.
you so much.
Peaches.
Nice to meet
Okay, very quickly because I got to get in there.
There we go.
All right. All right, y'all. No, come on. Hello, how are you?
We're just in the same class in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Washington.
So I'm supposed to remember you because
you Naeem?
Okay, can I tell y'all that this man just said, "Do you remember me?" I said, make it make sense to me. He said we were in the same class in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Jamal? Me, you, Naeem, and Sharice?
He's being serious though. Are you being serious? I do not. I'm sorry. No, I don't remember the 6th, the 7th, or the 8th grade.
Well, we were in the same class.
Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you. Yo.
Now, it clearly did not, go over well at all on social media, even when she tried to...
It was like unnecessary rudeness. I do understand that she's in a rush. I do understand that she's very important and doesn't have time to speak to everyone. But that was such unnecessary rudeness that it just hit the wrong way, man.
to, make it seem like, she was kind of like a victim in that kind of situation.
When I turned, a man I didn't know was standing directly in my path, inches from my face, no smile, no greeting, just a blank stare. He asked if I knew him from school more than 35 years ago. He mentioned a middle school and 2 other people. I went to 3 different schools between the 6th and the 9th grade and graduated from a different one entirely. So I was startled. So was everyone around me. Security was close, but I've always asked them to stand back unless I believe I'm in danger. I like to speak to everyone, hug everyone, make people feel seen. So instead of calling security, I tried to move us out of that moment I couldn't fully read, and I did that with a joke.
After that, she ended up making...
You see the way she spun that whole narrative? That's nasty. She spun the whole narrative. Yeah, I was startled. So I had my security standing back because I told my security to stand back. But I ended it off with a joke. That's rough, bruh. That's rough. That's rough.
Making like a spoof of the entire situation where they kind of like did a role reversal.
How you doing? Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a picture. You all right?
Yes.
Good.
Doing just
Nice
fine.
seeing you
Yes,
today.
Yes.
Oh,
You remember me?
make it make sense. I don't know you.
6th, 7th, 8th grade.
Nah.
We went to Washington together.
Nah, make it make sense. Hey guys, she
Sharice.
thinks I should remember her. All right.
Yo.
And that kind of ended up backfiring because a lot of people were like, girl, it's too late. We don't even care about that no more. Okay, so did you all go to school together at any time or not? LOL, glad it's all love either way. And she responded. She said, we did in the 6th and 7th, a little of the 8th before I transferred. But our school was huge. That said, I've learned a lot about that time since he and I got together. And it's been fun remembering things from so long ago. Well, unbeknownst to anybody else, she had actually been going through a legal battle in regards to the company Uncle Nearest, and it had been like in and out of court. There was a time where she literally came to her social media and was talking about that there was a
crazy.
gag order in place, that she was unable to speak about it.
What the enemy meant for evil, God meant for good. Y'all know I'm under a gag order because so many have reported it, but here's what I know I can say. 2 points, and make sure to share this since lies tend to spread faster than the truth. Number 1, keep clearing the shelves. Every bottle you move tells our distributors and partners the same thing. We've built one of the strongest and most resilient brands in American history. Number 2, don't believe the fake news. Some reports claim I no longer own Uncle Nearest, that I'm not running it. Let me be clear. I built this company, I own this company, I run this company. And my leadership team, who have all been with me for 6 to 8 years, are right here building alongside me. Our team remains unshaken and unmoved. If that ever changes, you'll hear it directly from me, and I know you will respond accordingly.
Now, she ended up actually coming to social media at one point and talked about how she was really excited to, go to court, and how, she had been waiting to get in front of this particular judge because basically she felt like it was going to be a fair, situation between the two. And, she was also giving a little bit more information of what was going on.
You can file whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. But when it comes to the court, you got to get on the stand and you got to go under cross-examination. And that's when the details come out. So this is what I will tell you. The court, the hearing, it's on Monday. And I've been waiting for this day to go in the court before this judge. Be clear, this judge is a very fair judge. He will deal with no shenanigans. And I've been waiting to get before him for about 5 months, and I'm so excited and I'm so grateful.
Now, somebody who actually was on social media and obtained the documents ended up coming to social media and kind of like breaking down exactly what happened within the court proceedings.
According to the judge, Fawn Weaver is not credible. And he says that because according to him, Fawn's testimony in court does not match up to the declaration she submitted in writing, and that doesn't match up to some of the evidence he's reviewed himself.
Now, unsure if, she had any prior, recognition of who this judge was or whatever, but I think, two things can be true at the same time.
So let me get this straight. She was pretty much sure that this judge was a fair judge and that she couldn't wait to get in front of this judge. And when she finally gets in front of this judge makes it known that she's not credible. The judge makes it known that what she written down, what she said, and what the evidence says are three totally, completely different things. Madness.
Could have felt like they were going to hold the other side accountable strongly, as well as when she got in front of them, she didn't realize that she was also going to be held to that same standard by being in front of that same judge. Now, there have been a lot of things going on back and forth, which led to present day information, which was that her and her husband were not only basically released from the company, they are not allowed to, have any access to computer systems or facilities, but she has also been fired from CEO. Now, right before this news broke, she actually posted on her social media that she was going to be taking a break from social media to focus on other things.
I am coming off of social media, and it is a part of the announcement, not the whole announcement. I'm coming off, and usually when people come off of social media, it's because something is wrong or they've been overwhelmed. And in this case, I'm coming off for a very, very good reason. About a week ago, one of Nearest Green's eldest descendants reached into me to do what they always do. The elders always like, Fawn, we love you, we support you, we got you, what do you need? As we're talking, we get off the phone, and she sends me a text message, and she says, hey, I forgot to ask you, have you finished writing Love and Whiskey Part 2? And I thought about it and thought, how did I let so much get me off track? Y'all, I'm coming off the social to finish it. First 17 chapters are done. And you thought Love and Whiskey Part 1 was right? And don't get me wrong, that is not the title of this book. But because she called it Love and Whiskey Part 2, that's what we're going to stick to at the current moment. But I'm coming off of social media. When you see me next, the book will be done.
When she made her post about taking time off of social media, somebody commented and said, why not be transparent so others don't make the same mistakes you made? I do believe you should quit social media for a while and deal with the issues, but be transparent with the people that have supported you. She responded and said, this isn't zero sum. I'm not quitting social media. I'm taking a short break to finish writing what it is you're actually asking me to share. Social media is for short form. The book is for long form, and all that has transpired could not be shared in short form and be accurate or complete. I hope that makes sense. Cheers. Next comment says, I'm not sure I follow how being on social media prevents...
Man, that was trash, bruh. What is she saying? What is she genuinely saying? Let me listen to the rest of this.
You from finishing your book? That doesn't make sense to me. Are you under some kind of gag order or restriction that you haven't mentioned? It's not like you stay 24/7 on social media. Anyways, go get that done. She responded again and said, no court gag order. I have always responded to every comment in DM. That's how I built my community. But that also takes a lot of time and dedication. With the amount of hours I put into work every day, I have no margin. The only margin I have was on social media. So I need to shift that to time finishing the book. Make better sense now? Next comment says, interesting. The reason is to write a book versus rebuilding a severely damaged Uncle Nearest. This is gaslighting. She responded and said, I don't gaslight. I'm swapping out social media for writing, but there is a lot more going on than simply writing.
Yeah, it's like she refused to even talk about what's actually going on, and she's trying to spin it in so many different ways. And she's a very beautiful woman too. I got to make sure I put that out there. But it is so sad that you could pretty much see all of the holes in her story, which is pretty rough.
Next comment says, girl, just say you got to fight some court battles as well. We see what's going on in the news, and this is not hate. We need transparency if we plan to support you. She responded back and said, girl, that's numero uno. Only thing getting swapped out here is social media. Now, even without any further information of what exactly is going on, once news broke that she was fired as CEO from the Uncle Nearest company, a lot of people in the comments, they weren't even focused on the well-being of the company. They weren't focused on, maybe what she could have done or if she was innocent or guilty. A lot of people were focused on that same exact viral moment that I found out who she was from, which was when she humiliated that man. As you can see here, the first comment says, humility is key. Where is her classmate at? Next comment says, no, we don't recall, crying laughing face, making reference to the fact that she didn't recall the friend. Next comment says, let's see how she remembers this. Next comment says, and I don't feel bad for her because she wasn't humble. Next comment says, is this that lady that was rude to that one guy? I think they were in school together or something like that. Next comment says, oh, she was very rude last year. Next comment says, isn't this the lady who was rude to her old classmate? Next comment says, always be kind.
One thing about the internet, man, the internet does not forget, especially when you go viral. So please be very aware of what it is that you're doing to go viral. Because if you're going viral by doing something that's going to hurt a community or hurt a lot of people, that might not be the smartest long term, because people will not forget. And they will always have time to make think pieces, to make people aware of who you were and how you acted before. So these are some, this is a hell of a moment, ain't it?
Next comment says, tables turn with a shrug emoji.
I set out to do something, and I was very clear that I was setting out to build the next great American brand. Hard stop. Not Spirit brand, next great American brand, period. And I also said I would be the first person to build, lead, and own a Spirit conglomerate that had not been founded by, led by, owned by a white male. The moment I did that, it put a target on my back. I already knew that, and that's okay. When you're coming into an industry that has been gatekept since literally before the founding of our country, you come in and you can walk through the gate, or you can let the whole world know, I'm just going to tear down the gate, and everybody else is going to come in through without a gate. And I was real clear in saying that. So I knew what was going to happen at some point, but make no mistake about it, and most of you have already seen this. What we're witnessing is literally an attempted robbery in broad daylight.
Again, a lot of our first introduction from her to her was the humiliation of that man, right? Which is not the best introduction. But then, when she was doubling down on it, saying that she was kind of like scared or whatever the situation was based off of his approach.
When I turned, a man I didn't know was standing directly in my path, inches from my face, no smile, no greeting, just a blank stare. He asked if I knew him from school more than 35 years ago. He mentioned a middle school and 2 other people. I went to 3 different schools between the 6th and the 9th grade and graduated from a different one entirely. So I was startled. So was everyone around me.
A lot of people weren't feeling that, right? And so
Startled
the 2
was
things
cold.
that are going on could be, drastically unrelated, but a lot of people just felt like, these are the things that happen when you get to certain spaces and you feel like, you have this air about yourself that you better than everybody. Pretty much.
Yeah, and it's kind of clear to see. She's definitely giving off the,
I'm a PhD.
like she's giving off the energy that she, and I said that in the earlier part of this video, that a lot of her energy is that she's bigger than you, she's better than you, and what she's saying means more. Even the way she created that video to make herself seem like a victim, or like that man was running down on her or trying to cause harm to her, that's really messed up. And then to try to make the video after, to try to make it seem like it was satire, that wasn't satire, and that wasn't good enough. And now when people are beginning to see your whole character, they got to call it for what it is. Right is right and wrong is wrong. It's messed up.
Right? Like that is basically what people are thinking of when they hear the situation. Now, obviously, she said that she's going to document what's really going on in her book. I'm sure that as all these things are going on, there's going to be even more information that's coming to the forefront. But this is just a crazy turn of events. Crazy turn of events. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this entire situation. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that is really a crazy turn of events. There's no way that she went from a year ago basically dismantling that man's whole personality in a few seconds of a viral video to this year losing her whole CEO position and still not truly taking the accountability, not truly showing the side to the world that she's willing to change or willing to become better. It's just a lot of arrogance that comes from her. So it is pretty much a crazy turn of events. So yeah, Shagar rottenroseQ, I'm out of here. Huge shout out to River TV as well. If y'all don't know who she is, go ahead and check out her YouTube page, because she makes fire as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, y'all, man. Y'all have a good one. Later, y'all.